All right, so now that you have the skid plate off, which is probably the hardest part, this is pretty easy. You have drain and you have fill. So, like others, what we do is you take the 3/4 inch extension, fits right in there. So I will say this, based on what I've seen from others, you want to take the fill out first. Make sure you can get it out, because if you take the drain out and you can't get the fill out, how are you going to fill it back up? So I can't film and hold this and do the same time. My tripod won't fit under here, so I'm going to go ahead and do this, and then we'll show you how it looks once we get it out, how we fill it up. All right, so be aware, this stuff comes out pretty far. So we misjudged the placement of the pan, and it shot out way back here. We already wiped it up, but you kind of get the gist of it. So we'll let that drip for a little bit. We're going to take these two plugs, kind of squeeze them off real quick, put some thread sealant on. All right, now that you got it filled, you basically put some sealant on the knob, screw them back in, screw them in good and hand tight. You should be done. This is the transmission fluid. As I rub my fingers in through here, every once in a while it feels like I can feel that little gritty stuff. As you can see, I'm not seeing anything. So I know most people don't usually get a lot of metal. There's I don't know if you can see on the camera, but you see a little bit right there. It's a teeny tiny bit. Right, much like with the transfer case, we're going to use our and much like the transfer case, we're also going to start with the fill plug and not the drain plug. Try to get this to where. Oh, there we go. It looks like it's coming out. I'll put the pan down here just to be on the safe side, even though we don't anticipate the drain coming out or oil coming out of the fill hole. You can tell. We don't know what Ford used, how much Ford put in it. And we're going. This especially, I don't know, it may just be because of Haas 3.0, but really, I'm tight ass fit. So it is dripping a little bit. We're going to have to try to do this very carefully to where we don't get shit everywhere. So, may drop it in the plug, that's fine. Main thing is not to get your crap all over the floor. Or at least minimize it. Oh, there we go. Oh, nice. Good and smelly. Alright, so there definitely is some gunk here. I'm not seeing shaving so much, but you can definitely, that paste that a lot of people describe, you can for sure see it on here. So I'll let this thing drain for a little bit. Alright, so we'll set those aside. We'll put some thread sealant on those right before we get ready to put them back in. So another thing you'll hear a lot of people talk about. We're going to take our sealant. This thing's finally quit draining. So, yay. We'll take our sealant here, put it on the drain plug, put some sealant on here. Just want to make sure you put a couple dabs. You don't have to go too crazy with it, just a little bit. It should be plenty. So you don't have to get too carried away with it. Screw this back in. Get it good and tight. Let's see here. Obviously, we don't want to get too carried away here, but we still want to make sure it's good and snug. one thing is that we're the exact opposite of what it was before. All right, so now we're not going to fool with the plug or the fill plug until we get done filling it. So we'll do that first. We gotta some nasty stuff off there. Yeah, that's saying that it's so pretty. All right, so if we can put this in here, oh, there we go. Okay, so that's probably about right because it's over. All right. So, and this only takes about not quite a full quart. So that's about how much we have left over. All right, the dripping. We'll wait till that kind of ceases a little bit, and then we should be good to go. Once again, we just our trusty thread sealant here and just do a little minor. Like I said, we don't want to get too carried away, but you want to make sure you got enough to fit the knee there. This is easier said than done when you can't see what you're doing. Alright, so it should be in there good enough. So I'm going to leave the skid plate off overnight. And that way, tomorrow, if there's any oil on the floor, we'll know something's not working right. Probably drive it a little bit first before we throw the skid plates on just to make sure you have a chance to circulate. Make sure nothing's coming out. Just for due diligence and to be on the safe side. All right, as you guys can see here, we didn't film the taking the diff cover off and draining the oil or filling the oil for the rear diff. Time we got done taking this skid plate off, we just thought we were like we just need to get this done. So anyway, I will put a link to the Adventures of Rogers and Henderson video that covers this. It's very in-depth, and they didn't do the T-case and front differential, so I think we kind of complement each other very nicely. So I'll shoot a link down below in the description for that. So I hope you guys enjoy. Wear was pretty minimal from what I can see. A little bit of metal shavings in the oil, but that's to be expected for a break-in. Gear is nasty. I can see a little bit. I don't know if you guys can or not in this video. So, you know, it's a little bit of metal, but like teeny tiny. I can definitely feel it when like I maneuver around it here. I mean, like there's a spot right there. So like I said, nothing major, but it's just something that is worth noting that there is some metal, but nothing major. So I want to point that out. You know, this thing smells freaking horrible. So can't wait to dump this out and get rid of it. Right, so give you guys an idea. You can see any of that stuff in there, it's all bumpy and sparkly. That came out of the rear end. This is, of course, after I emptied the pan, so all of it's in here. Yeah, I don't know if it shows up on camera as good as my naked eye, but you can definitely tell there's some break-in stuff for sure.
Once again, thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. We got a lot more stuff to come up here very soon, so please stay tuned. Hit that alert button if you don't want to miss out. Also, please join us over on Dirt Live Therapy with our friends for bi-weekly live streams. Till next time, peace.